A very good morning to one and all. Welcome to the lecture series Mobile Communication and System. In previous lecture, we are going to the concept of trunking theory and grade of service. We also seen the various definition to the related the trunking theory and grade of service and design aspect issue based on numericals we also seen in last two lectures. Today we'll start with the new concept, the improving coverage and capacity in cellular system. Before going to this lecture, if you do not subscribe my channel, please subscribe it, share it, like it. Okay, so let us begin with the concept improving coverage and capacity in cellular system. In day-to-day life, we already know we are going to the 5G upcoming new few years. So the demand of wireless services increasing day-to-day life. The number of channels are allocated to the cell become insufficient to support the required number of users. As the new era, each and every time the technology will be changed. The number of the mobile users will be day-to-day life will be increasing. So a certain technique or certain design techniques are used to provide a more number of channels per unit coverage area, thus increasing the capacity. So there are the four techniques that improve the capacity of cellular system. First one, cell splitting. In this technique, it allows an orderly growth the cellular system. Then sectoring. It uses the directional antenna to control the interference and frequency reuse of the channel. Third, repeaters for the range extension. A radio retransmitter known as a repeater are often used to provide such range extension capabilities. And fourth one concept, a technique, that is a microzone cell concept. It is distributed the coverage cell more bandwidth and borrow channel from nearer cell. So in this concept we are going to introduce the four techniques which improves the capacity, cell splitting, sectoring, repeater for the range extension and a zone micro cell concept. So let us see one by one. So what is meant by cell splitting? It is a process of subdividing congested cell into smaller cell. Each of the smaller cell will their own base station with a reduction of in antenna height and transmitted power. Smaller cells are known as microcells. Cell splitting increasing the capacity of the cellular system as the increasing the number of times of the channels are reused. The increasing number of cells would be increasing the number of clusters cover over a coverage region with the term increasing the number of channels, thus the capacity of coverage area. Cell splitting allows system growth replacing a large cell with a smaller cell without the changing the co-channel reuse ratio. So here in cell splitting we just define a large cell into smaller cell and each cell having its own transmitting antenna with a base station. That technique is called as a cell splitting. So basically we can see in figure insulation of the cell splitting. Here the base station placed at the corner of the cell served by the base station A. So A is a base station which are split into small cells. These cells are served by a different small cell which is having its own base station. For example, D, C, B, G, F, E. These are the cells which are allocated to their own base station with own channels and own transmitting antenna. So a new base station are served a single base station surrounded by a new microcell. So original base station are split into 7 cells and each having a new base station, new transmitting antenna with a smaller height and which increase the capacity of the given coverage area. So we can see if small the cell for urban areas, that time we use the concept of cell splitting. In urban areas, metro city, this concept will be used. Where the population is more, the demand is more, that time we use the cell splitting. And mostly we can implement a large cell where the population, the demand of the user is less, mostly in rural areas. So in this graphical view or pictorial view, we can see the actual cell splitting. Then we go to the sectoring. When we implement cell splitting, there is an increasing of the co-channel interference. So in co-channel interference in cellular system can be decreasing by replacing omnidirectional antenna at the base station by several directional antennas, each radiating with specified sector. The process of reducing co-channel interference and increasing the capacity of the system by using directional antenna, that is known as sectoring. So the process which will be reduce the co-channel interference and increasing the capacity of the system by replacing by using the right directional antenna, that is called as sectoring. The sectoring are basically implemented in two ways. A hexagonal cell which is split into 3 small cells by 120 degree sectoring or 6 into 60 degree sectoring. So this is a very important, will be asked in exam point of view or gate point of view. When the sectoring is employed, a channel used in particular cell are broken down into sector groups used in a particular sector. So each particular sector, when hexagonal is sectoring implemented, when hexagon is divided into 120 degree sectoring or 60 degree sectoring, each sector is occupied a particular group of channel which is only particularly used by that particular sector. So this is a pictorial view. Figure A shows that this is a 120 degree sectoring. So here is the original cell. We are implementing a 120 degree sectoring. So hexagon are split into 3 sectors. So this is a 120 degree sectoring. Similarly, a original hexagon cell which is split into 60 degree sectoring. So we can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 60 degree sectoring. The each angle of this from the base is center is 60 degree. Similarly will be implemented here. So figure B shows the 60 degree sectoring. Then we go to the concept of repeater for the range extension, which is increasing the improvement and coverage of the cellular system. A wireless operator needs to provide a dedicated coverage to hard to reach areas such as within a building or in a valley or tunnels. So in such areas where the signal cannot be reached, such as valley points or a building, we can say underground at some points of a building where the micro radiates or microwave radiates cannot be penetrated. So that purpose we use the concept of repeaters. A radio ray transmitter known as the repeaters often is used to provide a such range of extension and capabilities. So radio ray transmitter is nothing but your repeater that is often used to provide a such range extension capabilities. Repeaters are bidirectional in nature. simultaneously send a signal and to receive the signal from the serving base station. So these are the bidirectional, that is features of a repeaters which can be send or receive the signal from the base station simultaneously. Repeaters works using air signal, so they may be installed in anywhere or capable for repeating the entire cellular system or public cellular system band. So the repeaters are nothing but the amplifier that re-radiates the base station signal to the specific coverage region. So that is the nothing but the repeaters. The basic objective of repeaters that needs to provide a dedicated coverage where the such as within a building or valley or tunnels. Directional antenna or distributed antenna system are connected to the input or output of the repeaters for localized spot coverage. So distributed antenna system basically used for the repeaters. So this question will be asked in exam point of view. Which type of antenna system will be used in repeaters? So that is a distributed antenna system. The determinant of the proper location of the repeaters and distributed antenna system within a building requires a careful planning, particularly due to the issue of, in fact, when the interference level is reduced, or basically co-channel interference or adjacent channel interference. So that time the planning must be considered while fix a repeaters in a building. So that is a very important. So we can see this is a main tower cell which radiates. Here the tower antenna on the roof. This is an inside building various floors. So bidirectional amplifier is nothing but the your repeaters which is inside the building which cover the region. So this is an indoor antenna and this is a coaxial cable which is to be connected. So to cover the inside the particular cell or inside the building area, we use the concept of repeaters for the extension. So that is a bidirectional amplifier antenna, nothing but the repeaters. Then we go to the concept of zone microcell concept. Increase the number of handoff required when sectoring will be implementing. So whenever we implement a sector, that time the handoff will be automatically increased. So increasing, if the number of handoff will be increasing automatically, the switching means transfer the call from one base station to another base station, that is technique is called as switching, and controlling element on a mobile system will be created burdens. To reduce the burdens on such base station or MSC, there is a one solution or remedy will be given by the problem. This problem was invented or presented by Lee. This proposal is based on micro cell concept for 7-cell reuse. In this scheme, each of 3 or possibly more than 3 zones or sites or cells are connected to a single base station which share a same radio equipment. The zones are connected via coaxial cable, fiber optic or microwave link to the base station. A multiple zones and single base station to make up a single cell. As a mobile travel within a cell, it is served by the zone with the strongest signal. This approach is nothing but the microzone concept or microzone cell concept. So in this figure, these are the 3 different zones which are connected a single base station via microwave, fiber optic or any another medium techniques. So whenever the user move from one cell to another cell, it will be provided a strongest signal and avoid the maximum handoff procedure. So it will be operated on a single frequency. So this concept is nothing but that we call as a zone microzone microcell concept. So particularly this cell which is consist of three cells which act as a make up a single cell which operating a same radio equipment which use the same radio channels. So whenever the user moves in a different direction, that time is operating in a single frequency. So they provide the strongest cell. For that provide a strongest cell at the every time the transmitting antenna are present at the edge of the cell. So this covers the user in any direction. So provide a stronger signal. So what are the advantages of a zone microcell concept? So first one, cell maintains a particular coverage radius as well as it reduces the co-channel interference in a cellular system also reduced, and third advantage, it reduces the burden of the handoff procedure on MSC. These are the advantages of microcell concept. So in this lecture we are introduced the four techniques which are related to improve the coverage and capacity of cellular system. One is sectoring, second one is a cell splitting, third one is a range of repeater extension, and third one is a microcell concept. So we can stop here. Thank you.